Hey there, and welcome. Before we dive into today's topic, I need you to run a quick thought experiment. Picture this. You're rushing to the ER with a severe pain, but you stop yourself, worried that the doctor might judge your character or accuse you of being weak. Sounds absurd, right? Of course it does. Yet that exact fear is the reality for millions of people dealing with their mental health. The topic today is mental health stigma. It's more than just a vague concept. It is the fundamental reason why seeking help for depression, anxiety, or burnout feels infinitely harder than treating a broken bone. Stigma is a powerful, silent barrier that tells us our internal struggles are a personal failure, a source of shame we must hide. This false narrative isolates us, damages relationships, and prevents genuine healing. Today, we're cutting through the noise. We're going to systematically break down what stigma is, expose the social and cultural forces that keep it alive, and empower you with the tools to change the conversation, both for yourself and for those around you. We need to stop whispering about mental health and start building a world where compassion is the norm. Let's get started. At its core, mental health stigma is simply the negative attitudes and beliefs that society holds about mental health issues. It's the reason why someone might be afraid to tell their boss they're seeing a therapist, or why a teenager might hide their anxiety from their friends. This stigma can be really damaging. It can lead to people being discriminated against, socially isolated, and even prevented from getting the care they desperately need. So, why does this happen? Well, there are a few big reasons why people hesitate to open up. First, there are societal norms. For generations, the message has been to tough it out, or pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Emotions and vulnerability were seen as weaknesses, and that's a hard mindset to shake. These ingrained beliefs and stereotypes make it really difficult for people to feel safe talking about what they're going through. Next, there are cultural expectations. Different cultures have unique views on mental health. In some, it might be seen as a private family matter that shouldn't be discussed with outsiders. For others, it might be attributed to things that have nothing to do with health, which can lead to a sense of shame or a feeling of personal failure. This can be a huge obstacle for people who are struggling. And finally, there are very real personal fears. Think about it. When you're already feeling vulnerable, the last thing you want is to be judged, rejected, or misunderstood. The fear of what others might think, that you're crazy, unstable, or dramatic, is a powerful force that can keep people completely silent. To really tackle this problem, we have to understand where it comes from. One of the biggest drivers is societal influence. For a long time, media has played a huge role. How often have we seen a movie villain whose evil is linked to a mental illness? These kinds of portrayals create a false, terrifying image that has nothing to do with reality. Another big factor is cultural constraints. As we touched on, many cultures have deeply rooted beliefs that mental health issues are a sign of personal weakness. This kind of thinking is incredibly damaging because it puts the blame on the individual. Instead of seeing it as a medical condition, like diabetes or a heart issue, it's viewed as a character flaw or a failure of willpower. Imagine feeling like you're not just sick, but you're also flawed. It's a horrible feeling. Finally, there are personal factors that come into play. A huge one is the fear of vulnerability. It's scary to expose your inner struggles. It feels like you're giving up control, and that can be a terrifying experience. On top of that, there's a serious lack of knowledge. When people don't have accurate information about mental health, they often rely on stereotypes and misinformation. They don't know what to say or how to help, so they say nothing at all, which can make the person struggling feel even more alone. Now that we understand the problem, let's talk about the solution. One of the most powerful things we can do is to just start talking. Open conversation is absolutely key to breaking down stigma. When we talk openly, a few amazing things happen. First, we reduce stigma. Every time someone shares their story, they normalize the conversation and chip away at a stereotype. A single story can show others that they're not alone and that it's okay to not be okay. We are normalizing this conversation one person at a time, and that is a powerful thing. Second, we encourage support. When you're open about your struggles, you give others permission to be open too. It builds a network of support, creating a space where people can lean on each other without fear of judgment. It's like a domino effect of empathy. And third, we promote healing. Talking about what's on your mind can be incredibly therapeutic. It helps you process your emotions and can provide a sense of relief. But it's not just for the person speaking. Listening and learning from someone else's journey can also be a profound and healing experience for the listener, helping to build empathy and understanding. So how do we put this all into action? It starts with us. A great first step is we all have unconscious biases. Take a moment to reflect on your own beliefs about mental health. Have you ever said something that might contribute to stigma? Recognizing our own biases is the first step toward changing them. Next, we need to. This means genuinely trying to. You don't have to have gone through what they have to listen with an open heart. A simple, "I can't imagine what that's like, but I'm here for you," can mean the world. A great way to build this understanding is by sharing our own experiences, we humanize mental health issues and show others that it can happen to anyone. It's a powerful tool for building a more compassionate society. And finally, we have to work on. This can happen through local mental health walks, awareness campaigns, or even just starting a book club focused on wellness. And of course, it's about making sure you and those around you. A safe space is a judgment-free zone where people can share their struggles without fear. It could be a close friend group, a support group, or a club at school. The goal is to create environments where vulnerability is seen as a strength, not a weakness. Addressing mental health stigma isn't something that one person can do alone. It's a collective effort, a journey we're all on together. By understanding the roots of this stigma, opening up our conversations, and actively building more compassionate communities, we can make a real difference. We can create a world where mental health is seen as a critical aspect of well-being, just as important as physical health. So, I want to end with a challenge for you. What's one small step you can take today to help break down stigma? Maybe it's checking in on a friend, learning more about a specific mental health condition, or even just being a little more kind to yourself. Every action, no matter how small, has a ripple effect. Thanks for listening, and please keep the conversation going.